South Austin isn't just a part of town, it's a whole state of mind. I mean, what makes it so special? Well, we've got live music vibe, artsy culture, a diverse yet inclusive type of community, and of course, it's a food scene. So, should you get there as fast as you can or avoid it completely? I'm gonna take you through all the good and bad things about the neighborhood so you can decide if it's the right one for you. I'm gonna show you the schools, the vibe, the geography, the parks, and more. So stick around, come with me, and let's get started on this South Austin tour. Hi, I'm Nicole Cooper, Austin real estate pro and good vibe seeker. I've spent the last 15 years helping people buy and sell in the Austin area, especially in the coolest communities. If you're chasing lifestyle and location, you're in the right spot. Let's get started right now. Come on this tour of South Austin with me. All right, so let's talk about what South Austin is. Kind of depends how long you've been here as to what you declare as South Austin. So first of all, let's give you some reference. This is downtown Austin, and here is the lake, Lady Bird Lake, Town Lake, the river, whatever you want to call it. So this was traditionally South Austin right here. It included the 78704 zip code. The cool people that live there say they live in the 04. But as Austin has grown, we've basically now are considering all of this South Austin as well. So it's kind of in the middle of the city, straight south of town. Now, what that looks like is this. We have 3 zip codes that this area encompasses. This northernmost portion up to the lake, down to Highway 290 is the 78704, most popular one. The next one is the 78745. You can see the red boundary here. This is the 78704 up here, and so the 45 is just below it. It's become the new hotspot to have new construction or buy a home because you're still very close to town, but at this major roadway right here, that's where the discount starts. When you're on this side, it's more expensive. When you're on this side, it's less expensive. And the third zip code we're going to cover is the 78748. You can see that in the red outlined boundary there. And as we look further to the north, this was the 78745, and this is the 78704. So this whole area is what we are going to talk about today, and where you can get more value, more bang for your buck for the house. And in addition, what's there? What's the best part about living there? Trails, outdoor activities, restaurants, schools, things like that. So South Austin was established in the mid-19th century, and it was established right here south of the river. As we know, first settlements needed to live by water, and so that is where the original settlement started in South Austin, right here in this Bolden Creek area. After Bolden Creek, it spread over here to Zilker Park, and lastly to South Congress, what we lovingly refer to it these days as SoCo. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of what it's like to live in each neighborhood, let's just break it down by cost, because let's be real, that's most people's main driving force. So basically, median sale price in all of Austin right now for the last 6-month period, that's what we're studying, is $625,000. If we take this 78704 zip code right here, that median sale price is $1,125,000. So you can see, it's very much loved in the city of Austin. This next portion, our 78745 portion, the median sale price is $500,000. So as you can see, this is the case in any direction you go from Austin. The further you go from the city center, the cheaper it gets. And then lastly, our 78748 portion down here, that median sale price is $450,000. So if you need more house, you need to go further to the south. If money is no object, then you're parking right up here by the river. All right, so here we're zoomed in on the 78704. You can see the lake here, and then the 3 main kind of entertainment districts are going to be your Lamar Boulevard here, your South First Street here, and then our beloved SoCo right here. So in order of how much there is to do, first it's going to be SoCo, then it's going to be Lamar, and then South First Street. And of course, these East Riverside, all the way over here to Lake Austin Boulevard, all of that has entertainment on it as well, mostly restaurants. And then we have the convention center and these auditorium shores, Zilker Park and things. So the 78704 is going to have by and large the most things to do another reason why it's the most expensive median sale price. So the food choices are limitless. We're not going to go into that today, but I am going to give you the main highlights of the 78704. So if you can see this green here, this is kind of terrain, but this is our Barton Creek Greenbelt. It runs through the west side of the city, and that is another one of the main draws for living in this part of town. You can get some killer views if you're on this creek bed, and it has, I mean, it's just amazing hiking. Right here at the beginning, Barton Springs Pool. People come from miles around to enjoy this natural spring-fed pool. Stays about 72 degrees year-round, and therefore it's super cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Has this diving board over on the other side, so you can get over there and get some energy out jumping in. This is just below it, the non-fenced off area. This is where everyone takes their dogs, because you can't bring your dog into the pool side. But people do love to go there in the evening, early in the morning, get their laps in, and it's just one of our best outdoor activities that we have in Austin, and it just happens to be in the 78704 zip code. So if you go down this trail here, there are a lot of entries into the Greenbelt, but I'll just show you kind of what you can expect when you get down there. It's crushed granite trail or limestone trail, basically. It's natural, no one puts anything there, but you will have these big limestone rocks to crawl over or hike through. And in addition, they're up on the walls of the creek bed in some places, and you'll find a lot of people rock climbing. You can see this guy right here traversing that ledge right there. I couldn't do that. But anyway, there's a lot of people out there that practice, and that's one of the things that just makes the 78704 area of town super special. So back to the top of the 78704, this is the Zilker Metropolitan Park, and that is where the Austin City Limits Music Festival is held, Blues on the Green. Lots of sports are played out there on the weekends. You'll have ultimate frisbee, Gaelic football, flag football, all the things. There's a couple of sand volleyball courts down there. Then if we come over here to Auditorium Shores, smaller festivals happen over here because it's just not as big, but it is an area for some off-leash dog park area. It's actually allowed. You don't have to break the rules like I do all the time. So here's that green space that fronts the lake there, and like reggae festival, some of the Latin festivals, things like that. Some smaller festivals happen in this part of town. And of course, we have our Stevie Ray Vaughan statue down there to commemorate his awesome music career. Let's talk music. We have three tried and true live music venues, been there for decades. There are more, but we're just gonna talk about these three. The Saxon Pub. They're small, quaint places. You get right up to the band. It's just, you never know who's going to show up. Any celebrity could be there at any minute. They have 3 or 4 shows a night. So it's just a really cool place. Like you're basically dancing this close to the stage. A little bit further down Lamar, different style of music completely. In the Saxon, you're probably going to find rock, blues, indie, things like that. We go a little bit further down and we get to the Broken Spoke. The Broken Spoke is a country western dance hall. Look how low the ceiling is there, but they have live music there regularly. They have dance lessons, and it is one of the most tried and true honky tonks in Texas, and it's on South Lamar. And lastly, we're going from over here at the Broken Spoke over to SoCo, and we're hitting the Continental Club. Continental Club is another favorite. It's been around for decades. Again, a small place. You might see Gary Clark Jr. in there any given night, but you're going to be right up next to the band, and that's what makes these places so cool, is that all of the Austin legends have played here or will play here, and you can get right up next to the stage. So now we're going to hop down to that next section, the 78745. As you can see here on the map, all these little green areas are pocket parks and trails. So while not quite as prolific as 78704, there are still plenty of things to do down in this section of town too. So if we come over here to the Nature Preserve Center, there's artwork all throughout this little area, but it's a nice trail. You can get out there, walk the dogs, and entertain yourself with these homemade art installations. This is not the only one, but the Little Darlin has some great music down there. It's a restaurant and bar with live music scene. You get to sit outside under this big, gorgeous tree for some live music. And it's a cool spot for the 78745 zip code. Hasn't been there near as long as the Continental and Saxon, not even in the same league as far as age goes, but it's also super cool. And then one other little park before we move in the Sunset Valley area, so you can get out there through the trees, and it has a blocked off nature trail too. So lots of South Austin to choose those hiking trails and get in your exercise and take your pups out there. Now we move down to the southernmost part of what we're covering today in South Austin, the 78748 zip code. And there are lots of parks down in this area as well. So this is a little bit further south, the Mary Moore Seawright Park, but it is huge. They have picnic tables, workout spaces, areas with water. They have trails throughout. One thing I do have to mention, there are deer there. I took my pups out there not too long ago and let them off leash because, you know, I always break the rules. Anyway, they saw a deer, and Jameson, he was gone. I was so scared, but I did end up finding him. Then I realized that I was lost. There's a disc golf place there, or a disc golf course there, and luckily I ran into one of the holes, and so I just followed those disc golf holes backwards until I got to the exit of the park. It's a big park, so don't let your dogs off leash if they like to chase deer or bunnies. And not too far away, we have the Ladybird Wildflower Center. What an amazing spot. You can go out there and learn about the Texas native plants. You can just go out there and just enjoy the beauty. Sometimes they sell some of their plants. It's a really, really cool spot if you want some true Texas wildflowers. So I highly recommend getting out there and visiting. I think it's a small fee to get in, but totally worth it. And as for food and entertainment, this little strip right down here on Manchac Road, they have gone crazy like wildfire, opening all these places. Armadillo Den, Moon Tower Saloon, Bolden Acres No. 2, Lulu's, The Hive, Drifters, South Austin Beer Garden. So some of these places are just food, and some of them are food and music. Some of them are food and sports and pubs. So most of them are outdoor venues. So it's just a really cool little entertainment district that has popped up in the last 8 to 10 years, and it's just continuing to grow by the minute. So to summarize all things South Austin, a little pros and cons list for you here. Laid back vibe, easygoing kind of lifestyle, and a little bit slower pace of life than north of the river. Number 2, the outdoor activities are amazing. You've got the Barton Creek Greenbelt, parks galore, outdoor restaurants, live music venues, and you can just find a park almost in any neighborhood within a few minutes drive. The next one, walkability. Now, the further north you go, the more walkable it is. Again, the 78704 closer to the water, the Colorado River or Ladybird Lake, that's going to be more walkable, and that's going to be more expensive. Generally speaking, in the city of Austin, most people want to live closer to the city center because you don't have to drive anywhere. And if you do use an Uber, it's easier to get there back and forth to get to those entertainment districts that you want to hang out in. South Austin, through all 3 zip codes, it's a foodie haven. There are restaurants everywhere. Fusion this, fusion that, barbecue, ramen, sushi, you name it, you can find the food in South Austin. The next pro, it's a super diverse style of housing, and the equity potential or the growth potential just is strong. Especially the further north you are, there are very few cookie cutter homes. The further south, the more master plan communities there are, so there will be more chance of that cookie cutter style. But when you're getting up in the 78704 and the 78745, you're going to find homes where you go in the neighborhood and they actually look different. You might have a small bungalow next to a brand new construction. You may have 2 units on one lot with A-B unit in front and the back against grandma's house that's never been fixed up. So you can find it's really eclectic the further north you go, and in South Austin in general, whatever style you're looking for, you're going to be able to find. So what's not so hot about living in South Austin? Well, first of all, traffic. Traffic is tough going north and south. We don't have that many access roads. Remember I named the entertainment districts on Lamar, Congress, and First? Well, those are also the main arteries of highway that go north and south unless you head over to the Loop 1 or over to I-35. And everybody knows you want to avoid I-35 at all costs, and Loop 1's not much better. So if you're having to come up into town, it can be a drag. You've got 100 stoplights to get through to get to downtown, so keep that in mind. In addition, when we have festival time of year, this is when the 78704 is the worst. So Austin City Limits Music Festival, the reggae festivals, Food and Wine, I mean, all the festivals, a lion's share of them seem to happen in 78704. So that brings in more traffic, more cars, and in all of this, we already have street parking because a lot of these old bungalows don't even have off-street parking, or even in some of the new constructions don't have a garage. So almost every house in South Austin, not all, but most of them will have at least 1 or 2 cars parked on the street from their housing unit. And remember the commercial districts that run through there, those commercial districts, well, they bring in a lot of cars themselves. And of course we don't have enough parking, so that all bleeds into the residential areas. Now they've made parking permits for the residential areas, but it can still be sticky. So just know that when it gets busy, it gets really congested and it's hard to find parking. The next con is the cost of living. I mean, if you're in the 04, you're over $1 million. It does get cheaper as you go further south, but it is a pretty high barrier to entry for the median sale price being over $1 million, and then at $500,000 below the Highway 290 cutoff. And lastly, you're gonna have some tighter lot sizes. People get creative, they sell off a half a lot, over time their grandparents divided the lot. I mean, so you're gonna have little awkward kind of lot sizes up north. The further south you go, the more normal I'd say they get, normal meaning like a rectangle. But then keep in mind, the further south you go, the more new construction there could be, and that new construction builds on as small a land as they possibly can. So just make sure that you know how big your land you're looking for when you're looking for a home, so you don't get tucked on one of those little lots that you don't have any room to breathe. So here are my tips on buying smart in South Austin. If you want walkability, you're going to have to sacrifice some space. If you want more value, go further south. Maybe the 78748 could get you a bigger house for a better price. Many of these homes are older. If they are, make sure you're checking the foundation, your HVAC, and your roof for those big major items before you pull the trigger on buying that house. Always check the floodplain. You do not want to be caught off guard in a flood zone because they're continuing to expand as we put more concrete on the earth. And lastly, if you're buying it for investment purposes and you're thinking about short-term rental, make sure you know all the rules, the ins and outs of getting that baby permitted with the city. So that's a wrap. I hope you can understand better what South Austin has to offer for you. If you'd like to see some homes in person to get more intimate and know which neighborhoods and which pockets are exactly right for you, all you have to do is give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or set up a Zoom call, because we are always available to help you find the perfect home that matches your lifestyle. Until next time, be kind to yourself and others. I can't wait to see you around town.